Yo, what's up, everyone? It's Tyrell Peterson, and welcome to Geeking All Outside Quest. And today, we got a special guest with us today. A guy from Black Carol podcast that used to be on my other podcast quite a bit, Geeking Out Loud. But welcome, Curtis from Black Carol podcast.
Thank you for having me again. It's your boy Curtis, aka Naruto's second best friend, because I can't beat Sasuke.
Yeah, and today, we're both here to talk about an anime debate or versus debate where we got our OG anime protagonist, Naruto, versus Deku, the greatest hero of all time on My Hero Academia.
Yes.
So, and we're gonna also go into a little bit of manga spoilers, so just be warned. So, but Curtis, can you explain a little bit to us about Naruto?
Okay. Oh God. Naruto is the story about a young boy who, it's not really a good. Okay, the best way I can describe Naruto is about ninjas. And it stars Naruto as the main character. He starts off as kind of like that juvenile kid, but you like come to learn that he actually is an orphan. Parents died, so he's basically lived on the streets since he was a child. And he wants to one day become the Okage, which is basically the leader of his respective village. To be because one thing about him, he has a demon fox inside of him that destroyed the village right around the time he was born. So because of that, and the people know that the demon is inside of him, he basically get treated very poorly by everyone. People just like call him names. I won't be anywhere near him. Just wishes death on this man. So not only is he an orphan, he also has to deal with people not even want him to be alive because of the demon fox. But he still chases his dream to become Hokage, still to be respected by everyone one day.
Okay, yeah, that summed it up pretty well. And my person I'm representing is Deku, quirkless. Well, was quirkless. He's a human from 20% of the human race that had superpowers. He was the 20% that did not have any superpowers until he made it out of All Might, like pretty much Superman of his world. And so he got his powers, inherited one for all, and yeah, like he became the successor of one for all. And so he has super speed and strength at the very beginning. And so yeah, let's get into the debate. So Curtis, can you tell
Ooh,
us
yeah.
something about Naruto's ninjutsu, like what attacks he usually uses and all that?
Okay. Well, within part one of Naruto, like I will say there's different versions of him. So I'll start kind of from the beginning. Beginning,
Mm-hmm.
he's not really all that talented, but he was able to learn a very particular ability that became almost like his signature. Maybe either his first signature move or his second signature move. That is the Shadow Clone Jutsu. I mean, he can make dozens of copies of himself. Basically, he can create a whole army of himself to go against someone.
Mm-hmm.
Because Naruto's one of those people where he fights, he just goes straight to the into the battle. But what makes Naruto unique for me is that he's actually really creative. And on the outside, he may seem kind of like an idiot, but he really does like think on his feet a lot and come up with creative ways to beat his opponents. So it's kind of like if you underestimate him, you're gonna get smashed.
Mm-hmm. And
And
doesn't he have the Rasengan?
eventually he does. I'm gonna start off with Naruto from the tuning exam. This is before he got the Rasengan.
Oh
So right
yeah.
now he has the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and he also can use a bit of also the Demon Fox is named Kurama, so I'm gonna say Kurama throughout, and he can use some of Kurama's power. Those kind of like the main things he can do around that time.
Okay. Yeah, and Deku, when he first started out, he literally every time he literally used a smash or 100% of his power, he literally broke his arm. Like Curtis would vouch for me. He literally like looks like he's about to blow his arms off every time he uses a punch. So like every time he uses a super jump, and he'll just break his legs. If he uses a super punch, he breaks his arms. But the thing about it is, he's also quick on his feet too. He's a very intelligent and like he observes since he wanted to be a hero all his life. He literally observed all these heroes and their methods and their ways of how they fight. And yeah, he's very analytic and can observe very well. So,
I mean, I'll give Deku this. Like to me, out of all the shonen protagonists, he's up there in battle IQ. I think he is able to formulate plans. I think
mm-hmm.
the difference between Deku and Naruto is that like Deku can think of plans. He has high battle IQ, but I think Naruto can think faster on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Like Deku has to really think about what he's doing before doing it. Or Naruto will do something and then think for a split second and then do something else.
Yeah.
So that's kind of going to be like a factor going into this matchup.
Yes. And Deku, he literally, his will to fight is so powerful since he has, successors before him. Like, he literally has, you can say the will of fire almost, but he has the iron will to, fight. Even though his body's giving out on him, he still goes until the fight. He knows how long he has to go before his body gives out. So,
Okay, well let's like start this debate with let's start with Deku during the sports festival versus Naruto from the tuning exams. And I want to ask you like so what can Deku do against Naruto during like his the sports festival Deku, I guess.
oh, well, he literally is very smart, so he's gonna come up with a plan. He's gonna try to run at Naruto probably, and Naruto's gonna use some shadow clones. He's gonna observe them, like okay, he can make more of himself, and he can preserve his fingers, his anything he can to use as a weapon. And but yeah, so far he's gonna do what he did at Todoroki and break himself to get down to the match.
See, that's what I was kind of thinking too going into this. I feel like Naruto will open up with shadow clones, and Deku will try to do what he did during his fight with Todoroki and keep Naruto at bay. Now, remember, he breaks his fingers every time he uses it, so really he has 10 chances to keep Naruto at bay and beat
Yes.
him. And I mean, and this is what I think. I think the only way that Deku has a chance in this stage if he can get close enough to just knock out Naruto in one shot, which is easier said than done.
Yes. Naruto will literally he rushed into things. He ain't a coward. He's very physical. Will go up to you and brawl with you. He's gonna come at you with everything he got because he's gutsy. He's a gutsy ninja. And so Deku, yeah, he's gonna try to figure out, okay, this guy can make more of himself. I better knock him out. And what gets me is I think he's gonna try to figure out which one's the real one. That's gonna be a big factor in this.
Oh, that is gonna be a factor, and like I don't think he will be able to figure it out because I know that Naruto have he was young. He perfected the shadow clone jutsu to the point he can spread
Hmm.
out his chakra throughout the clones. And really, the only way you can tell is with a Sharingan or a Byakugan. I know Neji knew, and
Hmm.
Sasuke knew which one was the real one.
Hmm.
No, actually, Neji didn't know. Sasuke did. Neji actually didn't know. I remember this now. He didn't know which one was the real one initially.
Yeah.
So if Neji can get even close to being getting tricked, I don't think Deku's going to figure out who the real one is. So you're going to have to either take him out one by one or just
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
take them all out at the same time.
I think you're gonna try to do a smash maybe on the ground or a Detroit smash on the ground and literally make it where everyone burst into one.
Mhm.
And I think honestly, unless he puts his eye on the real one and don't keep his eye off him, he might be able to track him. But other than that, no, there are no differences in any of the clones. They're all the same person.
Mhm.
So I don't think the tournament arc Deku will be able to beat Naruto, and like he did with Neji when he unlocked some of the essence of the Nine-Tailed Fox, it's over for Deku.
Yeah, I think the same. I think what will happen is Naruto will overwhelm Deku with his clones,
Mm-hmm.
and even if he can't, like Deku's on borrowed time. He can if he only Deku can win if he knocks out Naruto early.
Yeah.
If it's a long game, Naruto wins because even if Deku can manage with the clones, if Naruto even uses a hint to Kurama's power, I don't think Deku's gonna be able to contend with that.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like Deku progressed over time in the anime and the manga. Like he literally, like eventually he learned how to use like a small ounce of his power each time, where he doesn't have drawbacks really. Like he learned full cowling. He learned shoot style, where he uses his feet more, so he doesn't have to always put bruises on his arms. And so yeah, like I think I don't know. Like I think it will be tournament arc. Deku will get clobbered almost by Naruto if Naruto just goes in all face in. But I don't know.
I might have to get this one to Naruto.
Yes,
I
run
just
one.
don't think Deku will like have enough time to formulate a plan. Because even if he does formulate a plan, his body can only take so much damage.
Yeah, but he's still a human being.
And
Like
so we'll give this nod to Naruto. I just want to do that because that's kind of like the starting point for
yeah.
them. So let's raise it up a bit with Naruto now. He has the Rasengan, and now he also has the summoning jutsu. And let's say
Oh boy.
Deku now has. Do you want to say Deku with shoot style? Do you think like even with shoot style he can't contend with that?
I don't think he can content with shoot though if he uses the big summoning frog.
Freaking
Like
Komaku
Naruto
Tetsuo.
thinks if Naruto sees him and like, okay, this man's going really super fast. I can't even catch him with my eye. Yep, gonna call my frog. Like, but no, like I think maybe 1%, 100% Deku. Like when you're fighting Overhaul,
Hmm.
that'd be even with the big summoning frog. I think it'd be good, but because I mean he kicked Overhaul as big as he was, like he was nothing, like a pebble.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and just jump to Deku when he uses 100%.
Yes.
Okay, Deku 100%. A good contender jumps to Naruto during his battle with Sasuke at the Valley of the End when he uses the one tail of
Mm-hmm.
Kurama's power. Now that would be an interesting fight.
Yes. Like, because you've seen how like quickly he ended Overhaul, and Overhaul was doing a pretty good amount of damage on everyone, like the whole hero team, saying he literally like once he let loose, I mean, and he didn't break any of his bones, it was over.
True that, true that. And like first fun fact, I love Overhaul. He wasn't there long, but he was still one of my favorites. I love his
Yes.
power so much. But even with 100% at that, that's not a think about it. Would it? Could he technically? He can't really use it though. Because remember, he had Ares help, so really he can't use 100%.
Oh boy,
That'd be
yeah.
cheating technically. I thought
Yes,
about
it would. Yes,
that.
it would. Yes, it would. But let's see. He what percent was he at when he was fighting Overhaul without Ares' help?
During that time, we just running around time he fought Bakugo, he could use 20%.
Okay, yeah. So he could keep up a little bit with not one tails, not much. Like if he kept pushing himself, yeah. But like honestly, I do not think that Deku could like keep up with one tails until like maybe the war arc and after. You know?
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, okay, currently I'm gonna say like anime Deku.
Yeah.
And we'll start with anime Deku. I'm gonna start with Naruto when he learned the Rasengan, and we'll go
Yes.
up from there. So Deku in anime right now, he can use Black Whip to a certain extent,
Yes.
and he also has changes to his gear where now he has range attacks too. And I think he
Mhm.
also increased how much he can use One for All as well.
Yeah.
Now with that, can he take on Naruto? I mean, the Rasengan is a powerful ability, and this is how I think it would break down.
Yeah.
I think Naruto still edges over, mainly still because of the Shadow Clones. I think Deku would still be overwhelmed, and I
Hmm.
think that Naruto can be able to use the clones in their creative way. Like Deku
Yeah.
might think he has Naruto dead to rights, and oh no, it's a clone.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking personality wise, Deku has been confident during this time. I think once he I think he will start to lose his confidence a bit. I think he start to waver, like, oh, I might not can't fight this person. I might not be able to beat him.
Hmm.
And I think that even with all his attacks, I think honestly, I think Naruto could eat him. I think
I
Naruto could
really
eat some
do
of those
think
attacks.
so. Like, and probably the like One Tail's essence and everything. It's like so. Everyone that ever witnessed the Nine Tails was like, it's so his chakra so chilling and like foul. Like, it just scared him. Like, it would probably make Deku cry, honestly. But now, like, yeah, he's gonna be more confident, but as long as he doesn't let Rasengan touch him, I mean, that's even though that's gonna be hard. I mean, he'll have an advantage. Like, all you got to worry about is shadow clones. So,
Oh man. Now, the one thing I can give Deku, and Deku might actually can get a win here, is like, even though Naruto is very creative, he's still hot headed. If he just charges at Deku recklessly, there's a possibility that Deku can still take him out.
oh yeah, like Black Whip him, like tug him at him, just hit him.
He might break an arm, but I think he might be able to take Naruto down.
Yeah.
Because like it's almost like Rasengan versus I'll s- I'll say a 20% one for all punch.
Yes.
And I still might have to get out to the Rasengan because I still remember when Naruto and Sasuke fought for the first time on the roof,
Yep.
and the water tower scene when they showed the differences between the Chidori and the Rasengan. You've seen what the Rasengan can do.
Yeah. Then you seen Chidori from Sasuke, and you're like, wow.
So I don't think Deku can be able to beat Naruto. At
But you
least
gotta
not.
think about this though. You gotta think Deku. He literally took out that big 0 point robot at the very beginning.
This is true, but remember, like he broke his arm and his legs from that. So even if he managed to do that to Naruto, it'll still be a tie because he'll be incapacitated. He won't
Okay.
be.
True. 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 But man, like Naruto's gonna still gonna have some back. It's gonna be hard for Naruto to take down Deku. Like he's gonna see him as a threat. So, but
Like I'll say right now it's 60-40, 60 in Naruto's favor, at least for me. At least right now.
yes, and I think Deku's smarter, obviously, than Naruto. Because if you see how Naruto is in class, like you think, okay, Deku has the advantage over him in like intelligence wise, but Naruto has it over him in power wise.
Yes. And like I said, Naruto is very creative. Like Deku is book smart.
Yeah.
Naruto is street smart.
Mm-hmm. It just depends on who's like smarter in that category.
Like a good example of like Naruto's creativity was Naruto and Sasuke versus Zabuza at the beginning. Without even saying anything, Sasuke already knew what Naruto was planning, and they managed to actually bop Zabuza. Like his plan worked. Like I remember Sasuke threw the shuriken. Zabuza's acting all cocky, and like, oh, there's a second one. So he managed to dodge them both, I think, but he didn't realize Naruto was one of the shuriken. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's genius.
Yeah, we also forgot to mention that Naruto can use transformation jutsu.
Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, Tara, what if Naruto uses the sexy jutsu and Deku just passes out from that?
Yeah, that could well, you seen how he is with your rock and all the other females from season 1 to 2, and you're like,
Yes.
wow.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, it's like it would hurt me just to see Deku like that. I'm like, Deku, you didn't even like get in round 2 of the game and you're just down for count for Texas Jutsu.
Oh
But
my god, but that would catch him so off guard.
I mean, it would like that catches anyone off guard. Like, and every time he uses the sexy jutsu, it catches everyone like, wow, can't believe that worked.
Now, I think that the only Deku that can contend with Kid Naruto is manga Deku right now, and that's because of
Oh,
all the quirks that he has to at his disposal.
he is a beast now. Like in the manga, like I'm not even gonna lie.
Yes,
Like, and
like I don't think the fight would be one sided, but
no,
just all of like Deku's abilities at that point.
and his
I don't.
experience.
Yes, I like Naruto. It could remember with one tail Naruto. Is he really thinking clearly? Like
No, he's
he's
like
not
more analytic.
feral.
The keep he keeps on going. The more fear, like blood, like lust he is, the more animalistic he is. He ain't gonna be thinking straight like he does in normal mode. While he's gonna be angry, but he's still gonna have a leveled head. Like he's gonna still be thinking strategically.
Now I remember with his fight with Sasuke, like even though he was angry, he still came up with some interesting tricks to take down Sasuke. So
Mhm.
he's a little bit animalistic. I think he's still able to think a bit, but
He's
not to the
clouded. He's like
extent.
his mind's clouded with rage.
Yeah, but
So
I still think he can still come up with certain things. But I feel like again, like you said, he's getting angrier.
yeah.
Yeah,
But you
things
gotta
will be
think
clouded.
about it. You gotta think about it like some just so people understand some of we're going to spoiler now that Deku's some of his quirks, for example, is smoke screen, where it's in the name pretty much so it's a screen of smoke,
Hmm.
and the danger sense, pretty much spotter sense, only it hurts you instead of like warns you, it does both. And so I think if he uses danger sense, he'll do what Sasuke did and keep up with the moves. And then Black Whip, of course, with the tendrils coming out of him. And I think, is it Fall Jin?
Yes.
The one, okay, the one, it's where he builds up kinetic energy and he releases it in bursts. That will help because in this time in manga, Deku, he's already very mobile. Like his mobility is off the charts. So
Mm.
when he uses Black Whip with Fall Jin with 45% at that time, like there's no doubt in my mind he'll keep up with else. And he has, let's see, what else? Danger Smoke Screen, Fall Jin, One for All. Am I leaving out anything, Curtis?
I think that's all he can do. I think. Oh wait, float. You mentioned float.
Float, yeah, float. And with all them, he's so experienced with One for All already. It's crazy. Like he
Ooh.
literally, some of his feats is he took on Shigaraki, who's at this point as strong as All Might and the USJ Nomu. And he what else?
Ooh.
He took on Lady Nagant, and she's like one of the best snipers in the country, right?
Yes.
And he took her out. And at this time, Deku had no fear at all. Like he is so confident, it's like scary.
Ooh. Wait. I thought about something that would be in Naruto's favor,
What?
and this with all Deku's abilities are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought about this. It doesn't matter if he cannot react fast enough to Naruto. I forgot One Tail Naruto is fast to the point where even Sasuke with his Sharingan for half of the fight couldn't even read his moves. That's how fast he was moving. Heck, he punched Sasuke so hard into the water, like the water couldn't even react fast enough. It created a
No,
bubble.
but you gotta understand though. Like remember Danger Sense?
You can sense it, but can you react fast enough to dodge it?
I mean, he reacted to Shigaraki's decaying quirk. Like in that, no one really could have. In a blink of an eye, no one could really like get out of it unless Deku like saved them.
Hmm.
And Deku outran the decay quirk. You gotta remember, like he took on people that were way faster than him. Like even though this was even before Danger Sense, he took on people that were way faster than him, and he could catch up with them.
Hmm.
So
Okay, well, no, I give Deku that. That's why I said like manga Deku acts has a huge chance
yes,
of beating Naruto.
yes, like because at the point he ain't intimidated by Naruto, he's thinking smart, and he ain't afraid to get his hands dirty like he did in the manga.
Yeah, see, in this case, if Deku can handle Naruto trying to blitz him, I think Deku
Yeah,
might can take it.
because you got to think he can use Fox 100%, like with Fall Jin, with 45%, and Black Whip all combined. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that he can keep up with them.
But like it just kind of goes to show how powerful Naruto is. That like
Yes.
if it takes this level of Deku to beat him.
Yeah, for real. Like, and this is only one tailed Naruto. I'm giving Deku a chance here by using one tailed.
Like I'm so glad we didn't even try to entertain like Naruto and Shippuden, especially in the latter half of Shippuden.
Oh no, no, no! I would have disagreed on that real quick. Like, nope.
Like, could you imagine like Naruto. You know about Naruto's new mode that was in Boruto?
Yes,
Could you
yes,
could
I
you could,
do.
could you imagine that Naruto going against Deku?
No, I'll be scared for Deku's sake. Like Deku probably be like thinking, oh, it's just someone else. Like he wouldn't even think twice. He try to fight him, he get bopped in the first instant.
Like it's oh man.
That would make me cry if I ever seen an animated or a crossover from fans. Like, I mean, please don't put this up to Deku, please. But
Like okay, my question for you is like, what level of Naruto is just too much for this Deku to handle, like manga Deku? Like,
I
where
think
does he cap at for you?
I think since he with Fall Jin, that's a pretty impressive like feat with him. But I think Sage Mode because that's where I reached the limit is Sage Mode Naruto.
Same, but like Sage Mode, like that's like Spider Sense on steroids, and that's not even like all of what he can do with Sage Mode.
No, like you seen what he did with Pain. Like he literally hit him once, and Pain thought, "Oh, I dodged that," and he just got hit. Like, and it was the one that could absorb chakra. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Like he literally thought, "I dodged that, you missed," and all of a sudden Naruto like, "Did I?" Just hit
Like,
him.
and plus Sage Mode mixed with Kurama. 'Cause I still remember at the end of the Pain fight where like
Uh,
he meets Naruto like 1-on-1, and he had the Sage Mode with Kurama too. And
that
in that
that
moment,
gave
like,
me chills.
but Nagato was shitting himself.
Yeah, that gave me chills for real. Like I was like, literally when I watched this on my laptop, I was like, I had goosebumps. I was like, "Oh man, Nagato's about to just get killed." But
But yeah,
uh,
I think that's where Deku caps out. I don't think Deku will be able to compete with any other level of Naruto probably until the end of My Hero, so he becomes the number one hero.
yes, and but do you think that even with the one tail versus manga Deku, that manga Deku overall or one tail Naruto would take the lead?
Ooh, okay. I might get some slack for this if people on Twitter watches this, but I will definitely give this one to manga Deku just because like he just have multiple abilities at his disposal that he can use proficiently to a certain
Mhm.
extent.
Yeah, and I think the same way. Like he's literally, he's so professional almost. Like he's so creative. That's what I'm trying to look for. The creative with the quirks, like already. So imagine them all combined. He combines
Hmm.
them with each other. Like it's overwhelming.
Like this, like I said, this is how I think the fight would go down if Deku can just like survive Naruto just trying to blitz him. And I think
Do you think a 45% like one of his smashes, Manchester Smash or whatever, with Naruto Naruto Rasengan, who you think gonna take it out? Like Naruto when he last time tried to save Sasuke with their Rasengan mixed with his Chidori, like from the Valley of the End.
ooh, see, I don't know, cause like okay, with Naruto's fight with Sasuke, like Sasuke's Chidori was just on another level.
Mm-hmm.
So does Deku have an attack that can knock him out in one blow like that? Maybe if he uses a 100% smash, yes.
I think because he used 100% smash on Shigaraki like a few times, and he at this point he did not care what happened to his arm as long as he gets the job done. So I guess it depends. Like if they're doing a last state, like last attack where it's a standoff, that'd be interesting.
It
But
would. And as much as I think like Naruto beats Deku just throughout, I think manga Deku, I think we'll have that. He will have this one.
yes, like after all this time, him getting his ass whooped through the whole discussion we were talking about, we gave him a win finally.
And
Like
we already agreed that he caps at Sage Mode Naruto.
oh yeah, that there's no doubt in my mind. Like at this time, he took on Pain, the leader of the Akatsuki. Everyone else was like, he took Pain killed Kakashi, Jiraiya, everyone. But when Sage-Mode Naruto came, oh god,
Oh man. Honestly, like actually no, I still remember this. Pain technically beat Naruto.
yeah, and it
It
was Hinata that saved him.
but to give Naruto credit, he took out all the pains by himself except for one.
Yeah, and he did not hold back at all. Like he's like, you killed my sensei, I'm gonna kill you now. I'm gonna wreck your ass.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, if you put Deku in that situation, Pain will easily win.
Oh yeah, like Deku. And another feat that Deku does, he literally fought Class 1A, all of them. Like you can ask, like Curtis, what did you think when you seen Deku fighting Class 1A?
Okay, my first thought was like, Jesus Christ. If because I always wanted to see a Deku Bakugo 3,
Yes, but it was better this
but
time.
I don't think that would be able to happen. I don't think that Bakugo can contend with Deku 1v1 now.
Oh no, like I seen a video on that a while back where they're like, if Bakugo fought Deku now, it'd be embarrassing.
Now, like, if him and Todoroki work together, that still would be a hard ass fight. Maybe, but that's pushing it.
Because
I don't
Class
think they would even
1A, I
win.
think it was like equaling out when they had Class 1A versus Deku.
Mm.
But you gotta understand too, Deku wasn't trying to hurt him. He was just trying to get away from him.
This is true, and plus, I feel like they wasn't trying as hard either. So it's hard to use that for me as use that as an example because no one was really trying to hurt the other.
But here, one thing that blew my mind in that battle was Tokiomi when he grabbed him. He literally ripped apart Dark Shadow, his grip of him. Like
Lord, like just Deku is just a whole other
he's
level.
like if you compared him from season one to like manga now, you would not think that was the same person.
Exactly, like my man's became Batman for a little while.
He literally has been in like he's doesn't even like they say in a manga. He did not even look like a hero anymore. It's just scary. It's like rags, blood, and just dark and broodiness. But
And this is I said now I think about it. Yes, I would give Deku this because during that time, like he was focused on this. He would have seen Naruto as another villain to take down.
oh yeah, and he literally was he took out so many enemies and so fast, like that even All Might could not even pick it up. Like he's like, wow, he took him out in a matter of seconds. But I think it'd be a high difficulty for or Deku to fight Naruto, but I think Manga Deku would take it for the win.
Yeah, I give him that. I give him that. He officially clears Kid Naruto and
Yes,
into bits of Shippuden.
yes, bits and bits, but yeah, like I guess that's it. Deku beats Naruto in the final round, but Curtis, you have anything you want to say at the end, or you want to talk about your show, or?
Well, thank you for having me on. Like I said, if you ever want to hear me and my co-hosts, we're on Black Heroes. We are on Spotify and YouTube. You can definitely listen to us. And I love both Naruto and My Hero, so it was definitely fun to talk about and compare. And I know like a lot of people are trying to like oh this person gonna blitz this person gonna blitz that person, but it's always nice to kind of break these things down. So I love doing these.
And Curtis did not mention this, but we got two more battles up ahead over this one, where it's Kid Gara versus Bakugo and Kid Sasuke versus Todoroki.
I think the one that I'm most excited for would probably be. I would give this to Bakugo and Gara. I think that'd be a very
Oh yeah,
interesting
that's
one.
what I'm saying. Like that, Bakugo is my man. He even understands his flaws in the manga, and he's like a completely changed person. He's still a prick, but not as big as one as he used to be.
He went from a dick to a little bit of a lesser dick. That's a great character
Yeah, it's like
development.
it, but here's the thing. He understands that he's a dick now. But no, like Curtis, thank you for being on here, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.